Hello students, in this video we are going to learn how to practice your finger exercise. So there are certain points which you should remember when you start practicing your finger exercise, and one of them is how do you produce a note. That particular note which you are going to press, how it should sound. So let me demonstrate for you. First of all, your fingers, these are your fingers 1, 2, 3 and 4. So your first finger should be inside your first fret, right? So it should sound like this, right? What you need to do is like you need to press your first string, first fret with your first finger. This is our first finger. So press this string and then hit with your right hand the same string, the first string, and it should sound like this. Now the second most important thing is like which part of your fingers you'll use to press this particular fret. You will have to use your tip of your finger, right? You cannot use this part of your finger. This is a wrong part to press. This is not the correct way to press this note. So you have to press it with your tip, right? And it goes like this: first finger in first fret, second finger in second fret, third finger in third fret, and fourth finger in fourth fret. So right, it should sound like this. Now the thing which I was playing your finger exercise, I was maintaining sustain, right? Now what do you mean by sustain? Sustain means the note should go on, it should not stop in between. But let me explain you what is sustain. Sustain means when I press this note and when it goes on for some time, that is known as sustain. So you see the duration of this one note was there for some seconds. But what if when you break this sustain, it will sound like this. See, right? The moment you release the pressure from your left hand, the sound will be gone. So that won't be called sustain. So while practicing 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to make sure that you maintain the sustain. For an example, first two notes, right? I am maintaining the sustain. What if I don't maintain the sustain? Then it will sound like this. Right. So this is not the correct way to practice your finger exercise, your scales. All you need to do is like the moment you press your next note, then only you release the pressure of your previous note. So for an example, if you are practicing 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you have reached second note, so I would request you not to leave second note unless and until you press your third note. So this is how it should sound. Okay, and then immediately after your fourth note, you have to maintain the timings. So immediately after fourth note, coming back to 1 once again without wasting much of time. It should not happen that after after fourth fret or fourth note you are taking a long time to press your first note once again, whether you are practicing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the same string or another string. So what I mean to say is like you have to maintain the sustain as well as you need to maintain the timings. So it should sound like this. Right. Once you are done with this, you can go on the next string like And let me tell you what should be your finger position of your left hand. So it should be the moment you keep your first finger, your fourth finger should be above your fourth fret, right? uh, and this part, it should face towards your bridge. It should not go down, right? This is a wrong way to practice. Once again, what I mean to say is like your fingers should be parallel to your frets, right? This is a really really important point. Your fourth finger should be above your fourth fret. That means your left hand position is correct. And there's one more way to remember it, is like you do this four thing and then slightly twist your fingers and then you keep it here. As simple as that. Four, slightly curve, and then you keep it. So this is your ideal position for 1 2 3 and 4. I'll once again play on all the strings. Right, so this was 1 2 3 4 front ways. Now what if I want to play 1 2 4 3 2 1? So that will be reverse. So it will be like this, right? So this is reverse. Okay, one more thing which you need to remember is like when you change your string, your timing should be maintained. You have to maintain your timings. Like if you are playing 1 2 3 4 in this speed, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, when you change your string, so that is after fourth note, you have to make sure that after 4 1 comes immediately, right? So it should be like this, right? You have to maintain this timing. See, initially I understand that if you are a beginner, you might face problems in changing your strings, but then that's how you have to practice. Okay, once you start practicing like that, and I'm sure it will be very very easy for you to practice your finger exercise, that is 1 2 3 4. Now this was a very basic exercise. Now there are a lot of different exercise apart from 1 2 3 4. The more you practice your finger exercise, it will be easier for you to play any lead part, any scale, any song. So there is one more exercise. This is known as spider exercise. What you need to do is like play 1 2 3 4 on your last string, then change your string and come one fret down. So this will be like 2 3 4 5. Now the next string 3 4 5 6. The next string 4 5 6 7. Then the next string once again 5 6 7 8. Then 6 7 8 9. Right, so this is known as spider exercise. Let me play it once again. Right, this was spider exercise. Again, going front ways. Now I'll be practicing it in a reverse way. Right, so I would request all of you to practice your finger exercise as much as you can, because it is so important to practice your finger exercise, especially when you want to do any warm-ups, or let's say when you have your gigs, or whenever you are coming for a class, or let's say after a day when you are holding your guitar, I would request all of you to practice at least for 5-10 minutes. This exercise, finger exercise, it's very important for the warm up. I hope you are very, very clear with your finger exercise, and keep practicing. Thank you.